Prince destinations where dreams take flight.
Hey everyone, ready for an adventure?
I'm ready, are you?
You bet. This time we're diving deep into Croatia.
Croatia.
Yeah, but not the typical tourist stuff. We're talking real family adventures.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
And me too. Our source is spilling the beans on a side of Croatia most people don't even know exists.
Really?
Yeah, think ziplining, kayaking around old city walls.
Oh, hold on. Kayaking around city walls.
You heard right. And landscapes straight out of Game of Thrones.
All right, you've got my attention. I've always thought of Croatia as more of a couple's destination, romantic getaways and all that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but it turns out there's way more to it. The source is saying it's like the perfect combo of history, nature, and, yeah, some serious thrills too.
Sounds amazing.
Right. So let's get this deep dive started.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, first things first, paint us a picture. What's the vibe like in Croatia?
Oh, it's just magical. Think cobblestone streets, those like crystal clear waters, and the scenery. Unbelievable. Dramatic landscapes, mountains, islands. Our source even mentioned that some of it was used to film Game of Thrones.
No way. I knew there was a reason I was excited about this. Okay, but we're not just there to chill and take pretty pictures, right? This deep dive is about adventure.
Exactly. We're talking about getting that adrenaline pumping. Of course, you can always relax on a beach, but why do that when you can?
When you can what?
Dune buggy across some wild terrain, or soar through the air on those epic zip lines. Oh, and the snorkeling. Kornati National Park, tons of colorful fish and marine life.
Dude, stop. I'm already picturing my kids' faces during all of that. Pure joy.
Right. And don't forget about Brack Island.
What about it?
Perfect spot for a jeep safari, according to our source. Imagine exploring hidden parts of the island, feeling like a real explorer. Just make sure to check if the activities are age appropriate. Got to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, for sure. Safety first. But it sounds like Croatia is more than just an adrenaline rush.
Oh, absolutely. This source does a great job highlighting that balance between those thrilling activities and also, reconnecting with nature.
Okay, give me an example. What stood out to you?
All right, imagine this. You and your fam hiking through Plitvice Lakes National Park. Gorgeous trails, waterfalls, forests. You find this perfect spot for a picnic surrounded by nature. No phones, no distractions, just quality time with your loved ones in this, picture-perfect setting.
Now that sounds absolutely magical.
It is. And if hiking's not your thing, the source also talks about e-biking through Emeljet National Park. That's another amazing way to explore hidden coves, untouched forests. Imagine that fresh air, all that stress just melting away.
Ah, so relaxing. And you know what else caught my eye in the source? The food. Apparently it's amazing.
Oh, the food. Our source described it as, hearty and delicious. Perfect after a long day of exploring. Fresh seafood, grilled meats, local specialties. Every town has its own unique dishes, so even mealtime becomes an adventure.
Every meal an adventure. I love that. And speaking of adventures, what about historical sites? The source mentioned a few that really piqued my interest.
Oh, for sure. Picture yourself walking along the ancient city walls of Dubrovnik, feeling the history, And those walls were actually featured in Game of Thrones.
See, I knew the Game of Thrones connection would come in handy. What about that sea organ you mentioned earlier? What's that all about?
Ah, the sea organ in Zadar, that's a really cool one. It's actually an art installation, but it uses the sea to make music.
Whoa, wait, what? How does that even work?
So basically, the waves push air through these pipes and whistles built under the marble steps, creates this ever-changing symphony of sound. It's wild.
That's incredible. Talk about a unique experience. And I bet kids would go nuts for that. What else is there?
Well, for museum lovers, Zagreb has a couple of gems. The Museum of Illusions, all about playing with perspective, tricking your senses, a super fun way to learn.
Sounds like it.
And then there's the Krapina Neanderthal Museum, a total blast from the past. Imagine standing where Neanderthals once lived, learning about their lives. Powerful stuff.
Okay, you've sold me on Croatia. But let's be real for a second. Sometimes parents just need a little break, Does Croatia have anything for that?
You bet. This source mentions some family-friendly resorts with kids, clubs, and activities. While the kids are busy having fun, parents can relax by the pool, maybe get a spa treatment.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A win-win for everyone. Okay, before we wrap up, tell me about this grand finale the source mentioned. A private yacht trip, right?
Yeah. Now we're talking luxury. Imagine chartering a private yacht and sailing around the Elefiti Islands. You can explore secluded coves, swim in pristine water, play with water toys. You could even have entire beaches to yourselves. It's the ultimate way to create those unforgettable family memories.
Man, that sounds like a dream come true. So we've got adrenaline-pumping adventures, peaceful nature escapes, ancient history, delicious food, and even some serious luxury. Croatia really does have it all, doesn't it?
It does. And the coolest thing is how seamlessly all those experiences blend together. You can go from ziplining to kayaking around ancient city walls all in one day. This deep dive was just a taste, a glimpse into what's possible. Now it's your turn.
Our turn for what?
To dream. What kind of memories do you want to make with your family? What speaks to your sense of adventure? That's where you start planning your own Croatian adventure.
So true. Don't just stick to the typical tourist traps. Croatia is a treasure trove of unique experiences. Go ahead, start dreaming. Let Croatia be the backdrop for your next big family adventure.
I don't know, I am.
Me too.
Oh.
All right, everyone, that's a wrap for this deep dive.